What up, dopish family and friends? It's your boy Powder out here. Goddamn. Serious topic today, but before I get to you on that one, I'm sorry, it's hitting me a lot. What I'm about to speak about. It's quite a big one. Give us a like, a subscribe, a show of support, a donation, what have you. Please, 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 we legitimately live on that. So please just give us any show of support you can. A share on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Fuck, if you got 1 million people on MySpace, go back to your MySpace, reactivate it, send that email out. Do you, homie. As long as you show your support, it's copacetic with me. But nah. Anyway, to the topic at hand. God. So, this topic was brought on to me, admittedly, by the Joe Rogan Experience. Shout out, Joe! But anyway, he science and a lot of the circumstance, like arson investigation, blood splatter, like the technology that says, like, hey, if I get stabbed in the neck by somebody, my blood is gonna squirt this way, right? So that means that that guy stabbed me while I was standing here, right? So then they go, all right, who was on that side of the room at the time? All right, this guy. All right, that guy. All right, he has anger problems. That guy probably stabbed him. Throw him in jail. Makes sense, right? Well, they've explained it, and I've looked into it myself, and beside the fact it only takes about 48 hours to become a legally official, like you can go into a court, blood splatter analyst, 48 hours to be able to throw someone's entire life away? Yeah. And the same thing goes for arson investigation, and when you actually look into it, it's a whole lot of reverse engineering the situation. Like, they're going from the assumption that whoever they're looking at is guilty. And then they are basically using a chain of confirmation bias in order to get a guilty sentence. And that's not how it's supposed to be. You, my friends, are supposed to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. But for some reason, this court system that we have going on is so fucked, so backwards, ignorant, and wrong that it is guilty until innocent. And that's not how it's supposed to be, because it leads to confirmation bias. And confirmation bias basically means because you expect a result, you're going to engineer a situation to where only that result can occur. You're basically going to go, oh yes, this evidence means this because I believe this and I just know it to be true. No, you don't just know things to be true. You have to look into it with actual hard science and make sure that these assholes or people aren't getting thrown in jail for no reason. And it's even to the point where we all know that lie detector tests not admissible in court. But did you also know bite marks not technically supposed to be admissible in court? And even I think it was the highest court in Texas. It's escaping the name now, but the highest legal authority in Texas told all Texas courts they should not count bite mark evidence as real evidence because of just how many variations on how many things can change. It just ends up being an almost unconfirmable thing. So these Texas courts still use bite mark evidence and still mark it as legitimate, even though it's been proven to be this crazy inaccurate pseudoscience. Like this ridiculously, like, almost ungodly chance that these people are right. So it's just shocking and completely appalling to me that as a man of science and technology, people are using that to fucking wiggle their way around and convict people that they think did it. And that's fucked. You should be innocent until you're proven by the evidence. And if your evidence is gathered with a faulty method, guess what? That's not evidence. That's just bullshit you came up with to get a conviction. So it's fucking me up, and I'm honestly going to encourage you guys to go watch that specific episode of the Joe Rogan Experience to get a more in-depth thing with it, and also give a listen to the podcast called Junk Science, I think is what they call it. Anyway, the guy he's doing the interview with, and it's kind of amazing, and I've done my own research into this, and I legitimately almost did half of the course to be a blood splatter analyst. Like, I was sitting here studying it, and then I looked into what I actually needed to do to be certified as one. I had basically done a few of the steps without realizing it. And if a science that can send someone to jail for their entire life should not have steps you can do just by not thinking about it. That doesn't make any goddamn sense. So, I just don't. And it's fucking with me because I personally have, anyway, some of this shit has come up. Like, I would like